You ever notice how the quietest neighborhoods can hide the loudest wars? Let me tell you something, and I want you to really hear me, because by the time you realize someone's decided their peace is more important than your existence, you're already at war. You just don't know it yet. That's what happened to me and my wife Simone. And it all started on a Tuesday so bright and calm you'd never guess our whole life was about to tip upside down over something as innocent as a walk. See, we moved out to Maple Creek Estates for the silence, the kind of silence where you can actually hear the wind chimes from 3 houses over, where the biggest commotion is the ice cream truck rolling through every afternoon. For 2 city kids raised on sirens, car horns, and neighbors cussing at each other out the window, Maple Creek was heaven. We scrimped and saved to buy our blue shuttered 2-story with room for a garden and a swing set, perfect for starting our family. And we were so close, Simone was 7 months pregnant, glowing like you wouldn't believe, and every morning she'd wake up with this smile that told me, yeah, this is exactly where we're supposed to be. But this is where you meet the dragon, or should I say the HOA president. Her name was Selena Coington. Imagine a beige palace guarded by an army of lawn gnomes, ruled over by a woman who treated the HOA handbook like the Bible and wore her title like a crown and a weapon all at once. We'd been in town about 3 days when she left a note on our door because our recycling bin was visible from the street for, quote, an excess of 3 hours post-collection. Next week, she's out there with a ruler measuring our grass. I'm not kidding. We just laughed it off. We figured, hey, new neighborhood, let's not rock the boat. Plus, we were the only black family on the block, and, well, you learn to be careful. We figured if we were friendly enough, her nonsense would bounce right off us. But for some people, your peace is the problem. Our joy was the disturbance. And all it took was Simone, 7 months along, going for her doctor-recommended daily walk on a public sidewalk, mind you, for Selena to try and turn our entire world upside down. It was one of those perfect spring days. Simone put on her favorite flowy white dress, slipped on some sandals, and told me she was headed out for a stroll. I watched her from the window, hand on her belly, humming to herself, and she looked so peaceful you'd think nothing could touch her. But as she passed Selena's house, everything changed. According to Simone, 1 minute she's humming the next. Selena's door flies open. There she is in a blinding pink tracksuit scowl, locked in place, pointing and yelling about the constant stomping. Simone, confused, apologizes. "I'm just walking," she says, but Selena's not hearing it. She starts ranting about you people coming in with your loud music and your loud walking, and at that moment, the air went icy. Simone tried to de-escalate. She's a 2nd-grade teacher, patience of a saint, but nothing worked. Then Selena cranks up the drama. As Simone turns to leave, Selena shouts, "I'm not finished with you. Thump, thump, thump every day. I'm upstairs just off my call, and I can hear this woman's shrill voice tearing through the quiet. I look out and see Selena, phone in hand, pointing at my wife like she's some kind of threat. And then I hear the sirens, real sirens in Maple Creek Estates. That's when my blood went cold. Selena didn't call the HOA. She called 911. Now, in this neighborhood, a siren means all eyes on you. Folks came out on their porches, including Mr. Jackson across the street, a retired Army vet who spends his days with his roses. The police cruiser pulls up, lights flashing, and 2 officers get out, one old and tired Davis, the other young and sharp Riley. Simone's frozen on the sidewalk, hand over her belly. I run out, hands up, yelling, "That's my wife, she's pregnant, what's going on?" But Officer Davis holds me back. He looks at me not with concern, but with suspicion. Meanwhile, Selena's rushing down her steps, sobbing to the officers about Simone being aggressive. That word aggressive coming from her about my wife, the gentlest soul you'll ever meet. Officer Davis walks up on Simone, grilling her like she's a suspect. "Were you making threats? Causing a ruckus?" Simone just shakes her head, tears streaming. All she did was walk. But Davis, isn't buying it. Meanwhile, Selena's laying it on thick with Riley. Every day, the thumping officer. My poor nerves painting herself the fragile victim, using those magic words that turn a petty complaint into a police emergency. Now here's where fate throws us a lifeline. Mr. Jackson, our elderly neighbor, steps in. Carol, are you bothering these good people again? He calls out, his voice calm but cutting. Selena snaps back. She was threatening me. Mr. Jackson just laughs. Simone waters my plants, bakes pies. The only thing threatening about her is too much sugar in her lemon bars. He tells the cops I saw the whole thing. Selena came out screeching. Simone was just walking. That changed everything. Riley starts listening. Davis's tough guy mask cracks, and suddenly the neighbors who'd all been watching from behind curtains step out in support. The whole block, tired of Selena's reign, quietly backs us up. After some murmured conferences, Officer Riley tells Selena there's no crime and that making a false 911 call is serious business. Selena sputters. Her power evaporates right there on the sunny street. The officers apologize kind of and leave. And just like that, the air is different. The curtain's been pulled back and all the ugliness is out in the open. But it doesn't end there. A couple days later, we get a violation notice, official HOA letterhead, gold embossed, and everything, charging Simone with public disturbance and belligerent behavior and slapping us with a $500 fine. Selena wasn't done. She just switched weapons. Now it was institutional, not just personal. That's when I decided, fine, you want a war. We'll fight by the rules. Simone and I dug into the HOA rulebook line by line with help from Maria, the paralegal down the street, and Mr. Jackson, our old vet friend. Turned out Selena was fining people for made-up infractions, holiday lights, basketball hoops, even whimsical welcome mats. Maria found the smoking gun, Selena's beloved backyard gazebo, over 50 square feet, unapproved, never recorded in the minutes. When the annual HOA meeting rolled around, we walked in with a folder of evidence and the support of half the block. Selena tried to shame us about our disturbance, but this time I stood up, called her out for shady finances, nepotism, and boom, dropped a giant color photo of her illegal gazebo for everyone to see. The crowd gasped. The board members panicked, and Mr. Jackson called for a vote of no confidence. It was a landslide. Selena was out, and for the first time the community cheered. We rebuilt Maple Creek from the ground up, new board, new rules, real transparency. We took out the petty fines and planned a block party. People started talking to each other again, not hiding behind curtains. And for a while it felt like we'd actually won. Selena's fines stacked up. She refused to take down her gazebo, so we put a lien on her house. Her own game played better. Soon after, she packed up and left, defeated by her own rules. But here's the twist, because in life, the real monsters aren't always the ones who scream the loudest. Mr. Jackson, our hero, the man who saved us. Turns out he was quietly buying up properties, planning to turn the whole south end of the neighborhood into luxury townhouses. He used our story, our pain, our victory over Selena as the perfect PR move to stabilize the community, get rid of the messy, racist obstacle, and prep for a big payday. When Maria uncovered his business dealings, it all clicked. He wasn't building community, he was building equity. We were the good story on his brochure. I confronted him, and he didn't even deny it, said justice is a luxury, progress is a necessity. Told me to ride the tide like I was supposed to be grateful my property value went up. When I tried to expose him at the HOA, he spun it into a pitch for community progress. Most neighbors bought it, more interested in the rising values than what we'd lost. In the end, we left Maple Creek not chased out, but by choice. Sold our house for a fortune thanks to the very man who betrayed us. And as I stood in my daughter's empty nursery, I realized sometimes you win the battle but lose the war. The real victory is holding on to who you are, even when the world tries to sell you as a story. So now I'll ask you, what's more important, justice or profit? Would you fight the dragon even if the snake is waiting in the grass? Let me know in the comments. Share your own story where you're from, or just drop a line for everyone who's ever faced a neighborhood tyrant. And if you can't stand Karen, subscribe, like, and let's keep the fight going. Your voice matters more than you think.